Yeah, so I have these weekly family dinners, and my ex-sister-in-law and my brother got divorced a couple years ago. About 6 months after the divorce, I reached out because my kids and her kids are still friends, and I want to keep the
How many
cousins.
kids do you have?
I have 3 kids, and she has 2.
Okay.
So my
Are they
son and
similar
her
ages?
Yeah, my son and her son are the same age. My daughter, her daughter are the same age.
Okay.
Oh, the way that she is side-eyeing her, she does not like this woman, and I cannot wait to find out what the tea is.
Age.
Okay.
A few months after the divorce, reached out to see if she'd be willing to come back to those dinners, and she agreed. And so we started doing that for the first few weeks. It was great. It was fun to be all back together again. And then around the same time that my brother started being serious with a new partner, Jessica kind of started just dropping her kids off.
Oh, she does not like it. Listen, I can't tell if it's the Botox, but her eyebrows are permanently locked in see you next Tuesday mode. Like,
Dinner, but not staying herself.
Okay, but hold on.
Yeah.
Tell me about the snow globe. $595.36 for a snow globe? I mean, I never.
I never either. My godmother gave it to my husband and I as a wedding present
Okay.
for our 5-year wedding anniversary.
How big was it, or how intricate was it, or
It
what
was
was it?
a standard size snow globe, but it had this like gold plating and
Interesting.
yeah, it was nothing like I had ever seen before, but it became a really
No, I'd like to see how the other half lived. Where was the snow globe?
So it was sitting on a coffee table, end table situation on the back side of a couch.
Did you stop her from leaving and say, no, I'm not watching your kids?
I asked if she would be staying for dinner this time, and she said no. She had a really urgent errand to run.
Okay,
Again,
so you agreed to watch the children while she went in the
I did.
All right,
Yeah,
and
the
then
kids
what
had already run
happens?
inside. They were playing kind of rough sounding, like the boys were wrestling, the girls were kind of cheering them on. And then in the middle of cooking, we hear a crash. Damien, your son, said, "I'm so sorry, the snow globe fell over. Come in."
So it was
and
an
see."
accident.
It was an accident.
According to all the children, it was an accident.
My son, Jeremy, and your son, Damien, were the ones who were wrestling. Jeremy, I could hear yelling, kind of like, okay, like this is, you're playing too rough. Like, let's.
Well, you don't think he
back
picked up her
off.
snow globe and trashed it on
Absolutely
purpose?
not, but
So
he
it was
was-
because the boys were wrestling, which apparently you knew and let go on. When did you tell her you wanted her to pay for the snow globe?
When she came to pick up Damien.
And what did she say?
No.
When did you first find out that this tragedy with the snow globe had happened?
She basically texted me saying that my son Damien, which she doesn't like,
Why doesn't she like Damien?
Damien is not her
He's
brother.
your child from another man.
Yeah.
So what? What does that have to? I mean, so we're all from somebody. Why does that mean she doesn't like Damien? She's
That's what
inviting him.
I'm-
But
that's
she's
what-
inviting him over every Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Where do you get the idea that she doesn't like Damien?
Last Christmas, for instance, she gave him a 2-year-old Lego set.
All
So
right. Before the divorce, how was your relationship with your sister-in-law?
Wait, what? She gave him a 2-year-old Lego set? Oh, I don't like your son, so I'm gonna get him a gift still. But it's like 2 seasons ago. So it's like totally like screw your son. Yeah. Sorry. Come on, that's unbelievable.
Before the divorce, how was your relationship with your sister-in-law?
Oh, before the divorce, it's great. I mean, like,
And was the divorce somebody's fault or nobody's fault?
it was divorced because John was seeing someone else.
Okay. Is it the
So-
person he's with now?
Yes.
Did you feel uncomfortable when you were there?
Yeah, very much
Is
so.
there anything she did that made you feel uncomfortable, or the whole thing just got uncomfortable for you?
The whole thing got uncomfortable for me.
Okay. Why, Rachel, would you think that Jessica should be responsible for paying for the expensive snow globe? Because it's her kid?
I believe if she had been there, like the original setup was supposed to be, I don't think this would have happened.
Okay,
because
but
we
then
had-
that may be true. But then where do I put the fact that you let her not be there? The situation I have is that you and your husband are 100% supposed to be watching the kids. You can hear them wrestling, so that's lovely. But then these are the consequences of it. And she didn't inappropriately supervise her child. You inappropriately supervised the child if he was able to break something valuable because you let the roughhousing go on in your house, even though you were hearing it and you didn't put a stop. The girls are cheering them on and they're rough. Okay, it's fine with you. It's fine with me too. It's fine with her too. Okay, it's not fine with the snow globe. But that's something that is 100% entirely within your control. In this situation, there is no parental liability on her part. You were in charge of the children, and therefore you would be the one who's supposed to be supervising them.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree. She testified in court that she could hear the kids playing rough. She could have gone in there and been like, hey guys, settle down, like there's some expensive things, or she didn't have to even say that. She knew that they were playing rough, so she could have gone in there, but like, hey guys, settle down in the house, like whatever. Like she was the responsible adult in the building. So I have to agree with the judgment. What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.